If you grew up in a chaotic family or a group of chaotic friends, then you'll wholeheartedly resonate with this video because I did. And in a way, I'm making this video for myself and for younger me. And I also hope it resonates with you, my friend. So I want to share with you in this video that you are not a doormat. You are not a doormat for people's feelings, for people's opinions, for people's projections, or to keep your feelings in. I think growing up in a chaotic world with the semi-dysfunctional family and dysfunctional friend groups, I began to think that I had to keep my feelings in and be the peacemaker with my family and my friend groups. And I took pride in being able to unite people, to be the peacemaker, to be the negotiator in between arguments. And what I often didn't realize until I started to emotionally mature, not just age mature, because a lot of people can grow up in age but not grow up in emotional maturity. And I've actually done that before, so I understand that. A lot of people think that in order to be loved, they need to keep their feelings in and essentially be the peacemaker between two parties. Or they need to listen and essentially be a therapist for their friends, or be a therapist for their family, or be a therapist for every stranger they meet and just take their thoughts, take their feelings, take their projections, take their anger, take their everything, and just be okay with it. And nothing could be further from the truth. And especially people in the self-help space, coaches, light workers, whatever you want to, healers, people who are in business or people who want to get into any business industry, especially in the self-help space, have a tendency to think, at least I'm speaking for myself here, so hopefully they don't, but I've seen it, have a tendency to think that they need to just keep their emotions in. And if you grow up in a chaotic family, or as I said earlier, chaotic living environment or chaotic friend group, pretty much all three of which I felt like I grew up in. And looking back, there were times when I didn't, but also times when I felt like life was just fully chaotic and I had to be the negotiator. I had to be the peacemaker. You tend to minimize your feelings or to self-gaslight or gaslight yourself into thinking, into avoiding your deep feelings, into just being the negotiator of friendships, or to just letting people treat you however they want to treat you, or to staying on the phone with people when they're calling you and venting about something. And like with all respect, I am so happy you're sharing your emotions with me. At the same time, like this is the 10th time you shared this with me. Like when's it gonna change? But also not saying that because you don't want to hurt someone. And also probably the next layer is if you say that to someone on the phone or you text someone that, they're gonna immediately start throwing their shit on you, start projecting on you, say, "Oh, you're such a bad friend. Like I was just trying to vent, blah blah blah." My friend, from experience, it is not your job to be the peacemaker in people's lives anymore. What is your job is to be fully authentic and fully accountable to yourself. You need to live in accordance with your integrity and your standards. That does not mean being a door making or door doormatting, peacemaking people pleaser. And I know how hard it is to break out of these cycles because you are leading with a loving intention. You want to help someone. But if you look beyond it, you probably just don't want to feel uncomfortable. You don't want to draw that energetic boundary. And I hope I'm wrong. So I'm just speaking from my experience here. I felt so uncomfortable to say no to people, like the small things. It was never, not even the big things, but like I remember someone asked me to do something, like to just stop along the way and grab something. And it was my birthday and I had specific plans. And I said no. And they freaked out on me. And I was like, hey, it's my birthday. Like, I just want to do this. And they freaked out. And I realized that it wasn't about me. They just felt so overwhelmed and they were so used to me just saying yes to their every fucking demand. That was not my job, and neither is it yours. What your job is to live in a state of being where you are fully authentic to who you really are, and your actions express that. That is all. If someone wants to throw their thoughts, throw their anger, throw their feelings, throw their projections on you, it's not your fucking job to even be in a state or to be there for them when they're doing that. On some level, you need to understand that unconditional love is saying no and walking away from situations that don't serve you anymore. It's not to taking people's shit. Once in a while, it may be, because maybe somebody is going through something hard and you know that they need you, and they're like, they've told you, hey, this is just how I feel. I'm going to do my best to not project on you. I'm going to do my best to just like walk you through it. That's a little different. When someone is continuously throwing shit on you, throwing shit on your name, throwing their thoughts at you, throwing their feelings at you, just because it's what they expect, friend, learn how to respect yourself, say no, and walk away from that situation. It may be sad, it may be hard, it may be frustrating. Trust me, you will walk out on the other side better, freer, lighter, because you have lived authentic to yourself, to your standards, in integrity with the heart that you are. And that is all for the video, my friend. This is one of the deepest pieces of advice in a way, I am giving to younger me, so I really hope it resonates. If you want some help applying this advice or just being held accountable to it, we have a community. It's free. The link is down below in the description. As always, I love you. I'm rooting for you. I believe in you. And I'm so, like, there's so much I want to say. I believe in you. I love you, my friend. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing rest of your day. Let go of being the doormat and start being, or continue to be, the loving kindness and awareness that you are. Have an amazing rest of your day. Continue to be unexpected. Peace.